What Noah did by sacrificing the best as first fruit wasn't logical. So the first fruit sacrifice is not a logical decision. What Noah did by giving the best was not economical. So therefore, the first fruit offering and the first fruit sacrifice is not economical. I'm telling you 3 things that the first fruit is not. Number 1, is not a logical decision. It's not logical. You can't take any of this animal. You can't. Number 2, is not economical. Number 3, is not popular. It's not what any blogger of those days we agree with. It's not popular. So if you want to work this year with what is logical, economical, and popular, forget dominion. Forget dominion. Please listen to the conclusion. In as much as you look outside now, good morning. This is morning. In a little while, we will be saying good afternoon. By 6 p.m., we are back. Good evening. In as much as there is still day and night, nothing can break the power of the first fruit. If it can change the mind of God, it will destroy any enemy. A seed that can make God declare that even you human beings, when you offend me now, I won't destroy you. And what this guy did is too much.
Okay, you heard what your pastor said. That is Pastor Korede Komaya. They say it's 50 plus. Me, I think saying a young boy safe, but somebody is saying a 50 plus. But that is not the bottom line of the story. In this story, he said the case of first fruits is a spiritual thing. And there are 3 things that it is not. It is not logical. It is not economical. It is not popular. Okay? And I will explain what it means in case you don't get or understand what it means to you. He also said it is not something that the bloggers of those days will agree with. Bloggers of today will not agree with this one. But let me just explain what he means. Number 1, he spoke on logical. He said, he mentioned Noah, that Noah gave his best. I thought it was Abraham that gave his best. He said Noah. There was nothing about giving concerning Noah. What has Noah got to do with first fruits? Anything giving, sacrifice is Abraham and Isaac that we know. Anyway, that by the side. He said it is not something you want to apply logic to. In case you don't understand what logic means. I'm not saying what he said is bad. He said don't use your brain. In other words, if a Yahoo, for example, if a Yahoo boy comes to you and say, come, I want to introduce a business to you. This business, if you bring 20,000, I will give you 10 million. He said, don't bother. Just give the 20,000. That is logic. He said, don't use your logic. That means don't reason and say, I go give 20,000. Can't get 10 million. He said, don't bother. You know that is their promise, that when you give first fruits, he said, God will bless you. Remember. Now, he now mentioned something about economical. He said it is not economical. And being economical is managing things, your resources, your money, you don't waste it. When we say somebody is being economical with the truth, that means somebody is not trying to say the truth. He's trying to take truth out of something. But when you're now economical with resources or money, it means that money that you have, don't manage it, just spending it anyhow. He said, don't be economical. As I say, bring all the money, that first fruit, don't take a dime. You remember in his former video that I posted, he said, even if you are hungry, don't use the money. If you need to pay your children's school fees, say don't pay it. If you need to, a project you need to, or maybe you are owing somebody, he said don't touch the money. That is what he means, this guy means by don't be economical. Don't think about economical aspect of it. Just drop the money. He now mentioned something. He said it is not popular. So he said it is not popular. That means it is not for everybody. When you say something, you don't reason it logically. You don't even consider the economical impact it will have on your family when he said it is not economical. In other words, don't even think of the economical impact it's going to have on the family or yourself. He said, just drop the money. He now mentioned that it is not popular. Of course, it can be popular because not everybody, for example, in Nigeria, a lot of people don't have job. So only very few people will drop it for him. Number two, the few people that have job that will drop it are not as much as the people that will not drop it. Because not everybody, despite everything we are saying, some people still get sense. When it comes to their salary, they are not that stupid. But the few ones that will drop it, of course, will be very enough and useful for him. Now, he mentioned bloggers. He said bloggers of those days will have risen it, okay? And bloggers of, yeah, I wish there were bloggers in those days. What we are saying now, we will not be handling the case of giving, of somebody saying, in the month of January, you want to collect salary of millions of people or thousands of people, and only you will pocket it. For example, as now they look me, as now be my followers, make a cancel your January salary, make una bring them. I don't know if it will make any sense to you. And I tell you, saying that God won't collect the money, make una bring all the salary, make I hold them, say I won't go give God, because now God demand them. Why can't I tell you, go and give it to God yourself? But I say bring it. By the time I collect it, if I no be crazy person, I to go and invest the money in very good business. That is why many of them are very rich. So he say make people no reason am, make them no use their brain to think, say wetin pastor won't take money do. I follow this pastor, I just elaborate to explain wetin he talk to you. He now mention say, he say forget dominion if you cannot give first fruit. Wow. As in, your pastor said, without first fruits, there is no dominion. In other words, without first fruits, the life of his members can never be okay. They cannot have dominion. Dominion over what? Should be the question. Then, in the days of old, before Pentecostal came, before this religion of money came, was there anything called first fruits? Because it was Pentecostal people that introduced this first fruit thing, whereby people will carry their January salary and give it to one man. So what were they giving in the days of old? In the days of old, they were giving fruit. But pastors suddenly turned it to money. And they will expect thousands of people to bring their salary and come and drop. He now said another thing. He said, nothing can break the power of first fruit. He now went on to say, he went further to say, God is moved by first fruits. God don't become somebody where they do bribery and corruption. If you no give, he will not do what he's supposed to do. Anyway, the question should be, say, upon say them they give, people where they give, how many of them don't give money rich than good? People gave last year, they gave 2 years ago, they gave 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Where all the money they? Waiting them they can do. Waiting God he can do. And upon that, the people will give. Some of them don't japa. Some of them are complaining. Emilokon in Nigeria now. Who can they benefit in first fruits? He said nothing can. It is not something you should use your brain for. Don't look at how much you get, even if you have to go into debts. He said it is not popular. And he said without the first fruits, no dominion for you. Now so then go they take style, they curse you because they want to collect from you. Thank God, see people like us, we don't get anybody to give to. Now we they spend our money by ourselves. And we no see the difference between us and you. In fact, some of us, our life is better.